Alright guys, what's up? It's Iceman here, and doing a little project today. Actually started last night. What I did is I took this paint stripper here, this K3 premium stripper. It's like a gel, it's a paste kind of thing. It's really kind of gooey, but got my Becker BK15, and I wanted to take the black coating off the blade. I did this on my BK2, and I like the way the knife looked a lot better. I used the same stuff, but last time I did, I was kind of in a hurry, so it was a little bit harder to do, and I didn't let it sit long enough. Now it says it works in 15 minutes, which maybe it will on normal paint, but this coating they put on there is pretty thick. So what I did is I left it overnight for about 8 hours. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see how it's all like curdled up. That's the coating just coming off. I haven't even touched the blade yet with a scraper or anything. You can see especially right there. Let me get it. Oh, there you go. That's a good angle. See how the coating is just like almost like a ribbon. It's like curdled off. So what I'm going to do is now that it's sat for about 8 hours, I'm going to take a scraper like a razor blade or like this plastic scraper I have right here and scrape off the coating. So it'll be pretty awesome. So I'm going to put together a video of this happening, so just stay tuned. What's up? So what I've done is I just literally put on some like plastic rubber gloves, and I literally just touched the blade. Look at that gigantic piece that just came off. I'll show you what I mean here. All I did is pick it up like this, and this whole piece fell off. Look at this. It's just peeling off. This stuff works wonders. That's insane. Like this, it did not work this fast when I did my other Becker. I mean, look at that. Coating removed pretty much. Didn't even have to scrape it. Same with this side. So it's real nasty, and I wouldn't recommend touching it. Look at that. Oop. That's awesome. Yeah, if you're definitely looking to strip your Becker or any really coated blade, I would think. I mean, I don't know about like a DLC. That would probably be harder to do. But look how fast it just came off that blade. I mean, that's pretty much just gotta maybe scrape a little rough, just lightly with a little plastic piece and get those other pieces off. So pretty awesome stuff. I highly recommend it. You can buy it at your local Walmart. That's where I bought it, and surely your local grocery store. Look at that. It's just peeling off. So the secret is patience. I left it in 8 hours, and it's already off. I mean, this stuff is just peeling off. It's pretty awesome. So definitely, if you're looking to strip your Becker, check out this Clean Strip KS3 Premium Stripper, and just leave it overnight for about 8 hours. Stuff just falls off. So pretty sweet. Not gonna do not gonna show like the rest of the scraping. That's kind of a boring process, but pretty cool how it's just coming right off. Just make sure when you do this that you use gloves. It's really nasty, pretty strong stuff, so I wouldn't want to get it on my skin. And one thing I will recommend to do is, if you do need to scrape it, make sure you tape off the edge, because last time I did it, I didn't tape off my edge and I sliced my thumb open with my Becker. So definitely recommend taping off the edge. This is going to be pretty easy, whereas I've got these pretty thick, yes, they're pink, check them out, my wife's gardening gloves, pretty thick gloves on, so I'm not too worried about getting cut. But definitely make sure you're safe when you're peeling this off. But 8 hours, it just comes right off. I'm probably going to do this to my Kershaw Camp 10. Actually, I think that might have the DLC coating instead of this coating that Becker uses, or K-Bar, whatever their company is. So there you go, guys. Pretty sweet. Gonna have a stripped BK15, and I'm probably gonna take the blade and sand it down, give it a nice polish. That's what I did with my BK2. It looked really nice, and I've got the micarta handle scales for this knife, so I'll do a video showing the finished product as well. But if you're looking to strip your Becker, couldn't be any easier. Just leave it in that stuff overnight in a little paint tray, and you're good to go. Alright guys, just a quick video. I'll combine the two that I did, and yep, any questions or comments, leave them below. Have a good one. Guys, here's the finished product. Got all the coating off. This is what a Becker tweener, and really any Becker knife, looks like without all the coating into the handle and everything. Some people just do the blade. I did that last time. Didn't like that it was still black in the area, so look at that. I didn't even have to scrape much. I just used this little plastic scraper that came with my Goo Gone. You can see this stuff's pretty nasty. I think the coating is like kind of melted the plastic, or I don't know. It's not as tough as plastic. I used a razor blade, like a little scraper razor blade last time. I just had this handy, and it worked it worked fine. So that's completely stripped. So that's kind of what they look like stripped. They kind of have like a, almost like a titanium color to it. Just a really dark gray. No polish on the blade, really, just kind of. So I might, like I said, I might sand it down, polish up the blade real nicely. The only issue there is you can tend to scratch up the blade pretty good. So it kind of depends on, if you care that much. With a knife like this, it's not like a real collector's item. It's a knife meant to be used. It's a Bushcraft style knife, a camp knife. You can use it in the kitchen. It's got a nice nice blade shape, but I'll cover that more, and I might do some testing on this knife as well. But just wanted to show you how easy it is to strip a Becker. No big deal. Took hardly any effort at all, and just a little bit of patience and a little time. So I'll throw those scales back on. We'll do another video with the finished product. Take care. Alright guys, so here's the finished product. It's in its sheath. I really like the Becker, just a real quick note on the Becker BK15 sheath. I really like this sheath. It's a lot better than most of the Beckers. The tweener series, what the 15, 16, 17 are considered, have a much better sheath, MOLLE compatible. It actually has a nice Velcro and snap to put on your belt there. It works really well. I carried it a few times on my belt and hiking and stuff. It's got this little pouch here in the front, which I put a firesteel in. So you could put whatever in there. So I just have my Swedish firesteel in there, so that way I have a fire source, a way to start fire. And these things work really well. It's not obviously a lighter's easier, but so let's take a look at the finished knife. Now, got the micarta handles on there. I've always had those on there. Those are the factory micarta from Becker. So what I was going for here in this finish is, you can just strip it and leave it. I actually had a BK2 that I polished real heavily. So what I wanted to do on this one, I kind of wanted to go with like a worn look, and you can see like it's kind of got this these polished edges right here, and this grind line right here. I tried to kind of polish this grind line, and that should show up pretty well in the video. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks pretty cool though when the light hits it. It kind of matches the edge of the knife. Put a nice convex edge on it, convex edge with my work sharp. Works great for that. And you can see I kind of did the same on this side, and I had just kind of have some just some worn marks. I was kind of looking for that worn look. This is going to be a knife that's going to be used quite a bit in the outdoors for camping, hiking. Some campsite chores, some batoning, light batoning actually. Making feather sticks, kindling, stuff like that. Stuff you'd use a small knife for. So I went with that look on the blade. I think it looks really cool. I really dig it. Like I said, I went full polish with my BK2, and it looked really cool, but it scratched up really easily. And this finish kind of, looks almost like, it's not a stonewash finish or anything. It kind of has that look though. It's just kind of the finish you get after you strip the blade. So thought about doing a stonewash. I don't have the media and the tumbler anymore to do that. So, and I just threw this gold lanyard I had on here. Just had this lanyard hanging around. It's nice to have a lanyard on your fixed blades to give you a little extra, just something to grab onto, a little easier. You can kind of put your fingers through here when you grab onto the knife, have a little extra grab. But just a lanyard I had laying around, so I threw it on there. So that's the finished product, and it was super easy. It didn't take much time at all. I mean, honestly, most of the time it took was kind of getting this blade to the way I wanted it to, with some slight polishing. And what I actually did is my work sharp. Actually, you can use it as a belt sander. What I did is I put some of the I think I did the 1000 grit, and that really gave a real smooth finish, and just kind of polished the knife with that. And I also used the 400 grit belt to get to really polish these. So the 1000 grit and 400 grit is what I used. I didn't go any coarser than that. I under the handle, which I'm not going to take the scales off, I tried a coarser, like 180 grit sandpaper, and it really scratches it up really bad. And that's how you get that. That's how you get that mirror. You just have to continually, but you get a lot of sanding lines. You get a lot of scratches, and I'm just trying to kind of avoid that. So, I like the outcome. Looks pretty cool. Let me know what you think. Like I said, going for the worn look and going for that, that what are they calling it these days? That fallout look, or and you can get that better obviously with an acid wash blade. But use what I had on, use what I had in my little workshop there. So anyways, pretty cool, real easy to do. If you're looking at a Becker and you want to strip it, you saw in this video, and what I did is I actually combined a few videos together, so if it kind of jumps around, that's why. It's just easier that way to do. Super easy to strip with that chemical stripper. It comes right off. It takes no time at all. And the nice thing about the stripping, taking the coating off, is I think the blade looks a lot better. You also get less friction when cutting. And you also, it's easier to strike a firesteel, because that coating, you cannot strike a firesteel to save your life. But with this, this polished part and just the regular blade exposed, you can strike a firesteel a lot easier. So anyway, guys, that's my Becker BK15 modified by myself. Real easy to do. I highly recommend it. I really like these knives. This is my second Becker. Like I said, I had the BK2, and I really like the tweener series. I think it's like the perfect size for a bushcraft knife. This got a 5.5-inch blade. It's got a trailing point, is what they call it. This one's gonna be really good for like skinning, for your really fine, delicate work. But I've seen some good videos out there about surprisingly how well this thing batons wood as well. So definitely a good all-around camp knife. So any questions or comments, leave them down below, and we'll see you next time.